Hey, this is John with Seeds of Grain. Have you ever had trouble growing seeds you bought on Amazon? Well, today we're going to show you how to grow them. This is a cold stratification method. It's needed for many types of trees and plants that grow in the northern hemisphere. We're going to walk you right through it. All you need is a Tupperware container, a bag, a fridge, and these instructions. Cold stratification is basically you're mimicking Mother Nature's winter cycle to encourage the seeds to germinate. Trees that grow in the northern hemisphere need a winter cycle. They need the seed's gonna fall off the tree. It's gonna fall on the ground. If it starts to grow in the fall, pretty soon winter comes along, it's gonna die. So the seeds need to be cold stratified. They need that winter cycle, which we can mimic using the refrigerator. So I'm gonna show you how to plant them. Okay. In this container we have peat moss that I wet it down with water, mixed it up a little bit, and here I have some oaks, some pin oak tree seeds. And we're gonna plant them into this peat moss and we're gonna cold stratify them in the fridge. See the seeds? Good healthy seeds, CZ Grain seeds. We guarantee our seeds. You buy from us on Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Walmart. And if you have any questions or concerns, reach out. We'll take care of you, 100%. All right, we're gonna put them in here. So we're just gonna push them into the peat. Push them in there. Get them covered up. And I have a 6-pack here. I would put up to 30 or 40 seeds in this container if I needed that many to grow. But for this demonstration, we're just gonna use the 6. So cover that up. All those seeds are covered up. I'll give it a little bit of water. And it is a little bit of a messy process, so as you see I got some peat stuff on my hand, so just, you have a towel there to clean up. All right, so that's done. We're gonna cover this up. We're gonna put this in the fridge. So most seeds that need cold stratification need about 60 to 90 days, and they will just germinate when they're ready. So keep an eye on it. What I always do is I'll write down the type of seed. I'll write pin oak tree seeds. I'll write today's date, and then I'll put them in the fridge. And then I'll add water as necessary. I'll inspect them about 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, about once a week or 10 days. Just check them and see if they start to germinate. When you start seeing them germinate, go ahead and grab the ones that are growing, take them out, put them in a pot, and grow them normally from there. But it's a really easy process. It's very good for having a high germination rate on your seeds. 2 ways that we use to cold stratify seeds. We use the bag method and the Tupperware container. And here I have some chestnut seeds that we planted on 11/16. They've been in the fridge. I pulled them out to show you guys. They're in a bag. You can see the seeds. They haven't started to germinate yet. They need about 60 to 90 days to grow. The bag method works great if you're doing 5 or 6 seeds or 10, but if you're gonna do several hundred like we do a year, I would go with the Tupperware containers, because starting about 40 days to 50 days after we put them in the fridge, I wanna go in there and inspect them to see if they're germinating. And it's so much easier to work with this. And if they are germinating, we're gonna pull them out and put them into a pot. So as you can see, you can just kind of dig them out. It's not growing yet. It's only been about a month. It needs about another 30 days. But you can see that's wet. It's damp peat moss. We put that in the fridge. It gives it a perfect winter trigger for that to start to germinate. Also, if you're using small flat seeds like these Japanese red maples, you can use the paper towel method. They're a lot smaller than these big ones, but they still need cold stratified. So I use this method too. Take a paper towel, damp it down, you put the seeds in it, boom, 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 fold it over, put it in the bag and seal it. Don't forget to label it. Labeling is huge, especially if you're growing several types. It's very easy to forget which is which. So don't forget to label it and date it. And then starting in about 30 days, check on your baby seeds, see if they need some water, see if maybe there's any of them starting to germinate yet. It typically takes 60 days to see anything. So another thing you want to consider when you're looking at your seeds is you want to be looking out for mold. If you see mold, you want to address it right away. And it does happen in these sealed containers. You got water in there. So one thing you can do is you can vent the packaging. We just take a knife and we vent it ourselves just by hand. Or you can poke holes in a bag, just poke some holes in it. But if you see mold in here when you're monitoring it, you definitely want to address it. You know, take the lid off for a few days. It should go away. It's just a sign you maybe have a little too much water in there. But it's not a big deal. It's part of the process. Just be aware of it. If you see it, uncover, just take the lid off the packaging. So stratification is the process of mimicking the winter cycle. There is also scarification. That is when you have a hard-shelled seed, such as this shellbark hickory. It may benefit the seed germination to scar the hard outer shell and allow water to get in there easier. You could take like, you know, a piece of sandpaper, a knife. You take a knife and gently and safely, you know, scarify that hard outer shell, and that's going to allow that water in the peat moss to absorb into the seed and possibly help it germinate faster and more successfully. So scarification is something you can do. Stratification is something I highly recommend. I don't scarify my seeds very often. I do if it's like a lotus seed or wisteria seed, but usually these northern climate hard-shelled seeds they're designed for this process. The hard shell's there to protect them. Eventually the water will get through and the process will take care of itself. We also sell the actual tree seedlings. These are ones that we cold stratified last year in the fridge. You can see the seed casing is still attached to this one. So we germinated it in the fridge using cold stratification, and then we planted it on our farm last spring, and this is what it grew to in 1 year. And we do sell seedlings, so if you want to buy the seedlings, they're available on Amazon, Etsy, eBay. Just search CZ Grain and you'll find our store on there. We sell a lot of live plants. But they're easy to grow if you know how to do it. This cold stratification I highly recommend it. Works very good. Hey, I want to thank you guys for watching this video today. These are my kids, and we really appreciate you buying plants from us, and we hope they grow very well for you. If you have any questions or concerns, just reach out, send us an email. Our phone number is on the internet. Just Google it. It's right there at CZ Grain, and a human being will answer the phone. We'll give you a fast and simple solution. We guarantee it. We guarantee your satisfaction, and we truly appreciate your business.
Have a good day. Thank you.